Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Off the Bench Sports Prep News. Um, Man, great day. Great day to be alive. Great day. Always a great day to talk about high school sports here in the state of Louisiana. Uh, this is my word, and I'm sticking to it. Louisiana is the place where the best amateur athletes in the world call home, and I'm proud to say that. Uh, Hope everyone's morning has started off great. Not like mine, dealing with these doggone dreaded sinuses. Early morning sinuses kick my butt. And got a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about. Um, Boys and girls soccer, boys and girls basketball. Got a few highlights for you guys um, from last night's big game at Liberty Minute. Maybe got a surprise interview or two for you. Don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see. Just trying to make some stuff happen. So, hey, let's get started. Let's talk about boys soccer. We're gonna start off with boys soccer today. Um, Central Christian and Donham played. Game was at Donham. Donham wins 9-0. Covenant Christian, I'm sorry, Fisher and Jeff Rice Charter. Fisher wins that game at home 6-1. Grace Christian and Peabody. That game was a home game for Grace Christian. 6-0 win over Peabody. Pope John Paul Bonneville. That was a home game for Bonneville. Bonneville goes down 2-1. River Oaks, West Washita. This is Division 4 we're talking about here. 4 divisions in boys and girls soccer. So, yeah. River Oaks, West Washita. This is a home game for River Oaks. 3-2 win over 5A West Washita. St. Charles at home versus West Feliciana. 2-0 win over West Feliciana in boys soccer. Division 3. Bolton Grant at Bolton. 1-1 tie. Bossier Carroll, big win for Bossier, 8-0. That's gonna be a big momentum booster for Bossier as they're getting ready to head in the playoffs. Anytime you can shut an athletic team out, as Carroll's soccer team is, that's a big win. Edie White, Morgan City, 1-1 tie, home game for Edie White. Haynes, Academy Lutcher. Haynes goes on the road, gets a big win at Lutcher 3-2. Kenner Discovery Health Science, Archbishop Ronald. Kenner loses at home. A lot of points scored in this one. A lot of total points scored in this one, I guess. North DeSoto Sterlington. Sterlington goes on the road, gets a 10-3 win over North DeSoto. Pearl River Franklinton, 3-1 win for Pearl River at home. The Division II saw AJ Ellender get a 8-0 win over Landry. I'm sorry, Archbishop Shaw get an 8-0 win over Landry Walker. Beauchamp gets a big win at home last night over Westgate 9-1. Bell Chase beats Riverside, ties Riverside 1-1. Benton Huntington, it's a away game for Benton, 8-0 win on the road. Bonneville loses to Pope John Paul at home 2-1. Neville gets a big win over Ruston on the road 8-0. Riverdale ties with Bell Chase 1-1. Sam Houston falls hard to St. Thomas More on the road 5-0. Division I, where the big boys dwell. Acadiana gets a 1-3 loss. I don't know if you get that. You maybe have to take that a little bit. 1-3 loss to Sulphur on the road. Airline and Shreve was canceled. Baton Rouge High defeats Zachary 2-0. Brother Martin at home gets a 5-0 win over Destrehan. Catholic on the road goes to Jesuit. Catholic Baton Rouge, goes on the road, gets a 1-0 win at Jesuit. Central Lafourche 8-0 over Thibodaux. That game was played at home for Central Lafourche. Como goes down hard to Lafayette High 7-1. That was a home game for Como. Covington goes down to Fontainebleau. 3-0 win for Fontainebleau. Dutchtown St. Amant 1-1 tie. 2-5 Juggernauts going at it. EAHL Bourgeois 2-2 tie. Fontainebleau get to win at home over Covington 3-0. Hunville defeats South Terrebonne at home 3-1. North Shore, Ponchatoula 4-0 home win for the North Shore over Ponchatoula. And that's boys soccer, ladies and gentlemen. Great cast of games. See if we can give you some couple of games for today. Battle of the Episcopal today. Division 4 matchup. Ascension Episcopal versus Episcopal of Acadiana. I'm sure that one brings bragging rights with it. Evangel Christian versus Minden. Isidore Newman, St. Thomas versus St. Thomas Aquinas. That is an away game for Newman. Lafayette High versus Catholic New Iberia at home. Westminster on the road versus Vermilion Catholic. That's few Division 4 games. Division 3 action today, Bruley versus Grace King. That's an away game for Bruley. David Thibodeau goes on the road to compete against Washington Marion. University Lab, Archbishop Hannah, that's a home game. That game is scheduled for 5 o'clock p.m. today. And Division 2, some matchups today, 5 o'clock, A.J. Ellender, South Lafourche. That's a home game for for Ellender. Ben Franklin, Lusher Charter, home game for Ben Franklin. Minden Evangel Christian, that is an away game for Minden. Salmon, Archbishop Chappelle, that game scheduled for 4:30. That's a home game for Salmon. South Terrebonne, St. Charles. South Terrebonne goes on the road. That game is slated for 6 p.m. Division 1, Shreve Pineville. That's a home game for the Shreve Gators. 6 o'clock start time. Chalmette, John Ehret, home game for Chalmette, scheduled for 4:30. North Shore Dominican, that's a home game for the North Shore, 5:30 start time there. That's a little bit of boys action for today. Divisions 1 through 4 in boys soccer. Let's move on to girls, get some scores first. And guess what? We're not gonna really rush through this, man. We want to give boys and girls soccer or whatever the other sport may be the same love and attention that we give to football and basketball, because it's really important that we do that, because everybody deserves the same amount of love. Do you agree? Don't worry about it. It's cool. I understand. Hey, try that one there out for size. Try that one there out for size for me. Like, share, comment on this. Don't be afraid to get into the game. It's we're gonna get better and better at this as every day passes. Off the Bench Sports Prep News is committed to this for the long haul. So all you have to do is get off the bench, get into the game, and be a part of the show. We want you to be a part of the show. And just because it's something that you may not know a lot about doesn't mean that this can't be a teachable moment for you. Everything in life brings teachable moments. And so if you want to learn and be more knowledgeable, we're going to have our soccer expert, Chad Vadrine, on here. Try to get him on here a couple of days a week. The good thing is most days he's going to be able to join us while we're on here. And so he's going to be able to give both of us or all of us plenty of insight on what soccer is and how much it means to him. Probably today is Wednesday. Probably when you come on Friday, we're going to talk about a lot of the rules that applies to soccer so that you guys can start getting basic general knowledge of the rules that apply to boys and girls high school soccer. And that's going to help you be more knowledgeable and maybe even want to make you go out and braze the cold a little bit to learn about, just go and watch soccer. Like I support all kids in all sports because they work their cans off too. It's just outside. Yeah. So Girls soccer. Oh, that's basketball. Wrong side. Girls soccer. Acadiana Sacred Heart GC goes at home versus Catholic New Iberia. 9-1 win for Catholic New Iberia. Calvary Baptist goes on the road to Parkway, gets a 2-1 win. Catholic Point Capee, Willon Baton Rouge, no score. Covenant Christian gets a 5-2 win at home over Riverside Academy. Dunham goes on the road, 4-0 loss to Homer Christian. Fisher defeats Landry Walker on the road, 8-0. Isidore Newman girls at home gets a 1-0 win over Lakeshore. Lewis McGahee at home gets a 1-0 win, over Destrehan. Big win for Lewis McGahee. Division III games. Archbishop Hannon and International High School of New Orleans, that game was canceled. Bowdoin at home versus Grant. Grant gets a 9-0 win over Bolton. Cabrini, New Orleans Military and Maritime. Cabrini goes on the road and gets a win. E.D. White, Morgan City, 8-0 win for E.D. White. Haynes Academy, Lutcher, no score. St. Marco, the Archangel Mount Carmel, 2-0 win for the Cubs. Shout out to my girl Jamie Tomatis. Man, we haven't had a chance to talk. You know, we generally talk a lot, man. Talk a lot about how her season's been going, man. We haven't talked this year. I'm gonna have to hit her up, see if she can come and be on the show. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see if Coach Tomatis can be on the show. She's a top 28 coach every year in girls basketball. Man, I haven't seen Mount Carmel's name this year, so that got me a little happy. Y'all don't worry about it. Pearl River, Ursuline Academy. Ursuline on the road goes down to Pearl River. Wiseman on the road against Franklin Parish. Franklin Parish gets the big 7-0 win in girls soccer. Division II action. Division II action. That's not peace. That's Division II. Academy of Our Lady falls hard to Vanderbilt Catholic at home. 8-0 win for Vanderbilt Catholic. Beauchamp Westgate girls action. That was a double hitter last night at the Swamp. 8-0 win for Beauchamp Lady Gators soccer. Big win. Bell Chase, Riverdale at Bell Chase. 3-2 win for Bell Chase. Benton Huntington. Benton is at home, gets an 8-0 win versus Huntington. Good job, Benton. Houghton Loyola Prep. Houghton goes on the road, man. Takes a left and a right. 7-0 loss to Loyola Prep. L.W. Higgins, Helen Cox. Helen Cox ladies soccer, the Lady Cougs. A 3-1 win over L.W. Higgins. Sam Houston falls to St. Thomas More, 8-0. Turlings Catholic Southside Sharks tie 1-1. Division I action. Kadiana Sulphur tie 1-1. Barb New Iberia. New Iberia goes on the road to Barb, takes a 4-0 loss. Baton Rouge High goes down to St. Joe's Academy on the road. St. Joe's was the home team. Central Baton Rouge Zachary. Central Baton Rouge 4-0 loss to Zachary at home. Como Lafayette. Como at home on this one takes a 5-0 loss. Destrehan Lewis McGahee girls 4-1 Lewis McGahee. Dusttown St. Amant. Dusttown on the road versus St. Amant gets an 8-0 win. Fountain Blue Covington, big win for Fountain Blue, 11-0 over Covington. Parkway, Calvary Baptist. Calvary Baptist goes on the road, gets a 2-1 win over Parkway. Saint Scholastica and Hammond. Saint Scholastica goes on the road, gets an 8-0 win. A lot of points scored. A lot of points scored. Sorry about that, you guys. And that's girls soccer, man. That's girls soccer. That's girls soccer. Next up, we got our featured coach of the day. Featured coach of the day. Y'all ready? Feature coach of the day. Today's feature coach is girls basketball. She is mighty in IQ, mighty in coaching ability. She is Liberty Magnet's own Valencia Wilson. Man, she does a wonderful job of coaching girls up, teaching skill set. Coach Wilson has been named Coach of the Year 6 times. Can I do some booty? 6 times. 6-time Coach of the Year. In 2019, 2-time All-Metro Coach of the Year. The Lady Patriots earned their first state championship as well. The Lady Patriots also claimed another state championship in 2020. In 2021, the Lady Patriots were the Division II state runner-ups. Man, it's for me, I love going watch Liberty Magnet Lady Patriots because Coach Wilson, she brings so much energy to the game. And if you were ever to be able to observe one of her practices, she brings that same energy in practice, man. She's out there, real life, on the court, showing girls the movements they need to be able to make to do defensive drills and to be able how to be able to just do them right and do the little things. So congrats to Coach Valencia Williams, Liberty Magnet Lady Patriots, our girls coach of the day. Shout out, Coach V. Oh, man. So, boys basketball last night, man. We had the honor of broadcasting the we had the honor of broadcasting the Liberty Magnet Port Allen game. Port Allen went on the road, traveled to face Liberty. Man, let's see if we can catch a few highlights from this game. First highlight. Good. Y'all, I'm gonna fix the time in a second. Just be patient with me, please. Glascom gets to the cross, step through. Nice basket by Howard Glascom with the nice move for no good. Y'all, I'm gonna fix the time in a second. Just be patient with me, please. Glascom gets to the cross, step through. Nice basket by Glascom played hard all night, man. He played hard all night. You can't be mad at a guy that leaves it all on the court at all. Being defended by McQuillan, goes left again, step through. Oh, great defensive play. Big block that time by Jalen Knox, Port Allen. Let's give you guys another look at that. Being defended by McQuillan, goes left again, step through. Oh, great defensive play. Again, big block by Jalen Knox on that play, man. I guess it's time, y'all. Let's see what we got in the studio. Man, joining us, one of the hottest coaches in the state right now, Coach Brandon White. What's up, Coach B. White?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Man, I'm great. Welcome to Off the Bench Sports Prep News, man.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Man, I don't even know where to begin at. You guys have done so much this year, man. But I'm gonna start off right here because I kind of, I like to be a little prepared. Man, you guys have, I don't want to say done the impossible this year, but I think the biggest thing was getting on the road, going to Las Vegas for you guys, an atmosphere and adventure that your kids had never been in before. You guys go on the road, you guys beat Jay Sierra, Bishop O'Dowd, and Crossroads in the Jerry Tarkanian Classic. What was that experience like for you guys?
Man, it was an awesome experience. I think the biggest experience was kids getting to feel I wouldn't say college feel or anything, but it was similar. All right, out there they play 2 halves. They play 2 16-minute halves. They play with a shot clock. So, a lot of these kids, most kids want to go play collegiate basketball. Right. So the biggest way to help them is to give them that, preparation, give them that experience. And so it was just an awesome experience for the kids.
Coach, I hate to travel back down memory lane, but your first year at Liberty Magnet, that wasn't like, I got to see a lot of y'all games that first year. I think one game I saw you pulling your hair out at the end of the game, just trying to figure out, how to get some kids that hadn't been used to winning, didn't have a winning pedigree, and didn't even know how to win. And you went through all of the hard jabs. You took a lot of body blows. Again, we talked about this last night for a minute, and this is how you guys have come full circle. It was the last district game your first year at Liberty. You guys are at Plaquemine, and Plaquemine just has no mercy on you guys. It was a 40, 50-point loss for you guys. What did you tell your guys after that game, if you remember?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you that was actually my second year.
Second year?
That was my second year, and so Plaquemine was really good at that time. Coach D-Ray. D-Ray always do an awesome job with his program, and so
Yes.
Plaquemine was of course the standard. And so my first year we were 9-24. You know, it was a new school. It was, you know, was able to build it from the ground up. We was 9-24. My second year we was 6-22, and that was a real rough year. You know, but we had a lot of freshmen. I was able to get a lot of freshmen in, and so you know, those guys they played freshman, JV, and varsity. So we used to dominate the freshman games. We used to lose the JV games, back and forth JV games, and we used to get tortured the varsity games, you know. And so those guys used to play 3 games a night, JV and varsity. And so we just we got beat up real bad that year. I remember that Plaquemine game though. Those new guys, I want to say they beat us by 50 plus points that night. And you know, it wasn't too much I could say or do. But you know, sometimes you just gotta sit there and take it, you know. And so that's what we
Did,
did.
did you know the turnaround, the change would happen this quick? You know, the process of teaching kids how to win when that's not something that they're accustomed to, that's sometimes a process that takes a lengthy time period to happen because it's a mental mindset. What was the biggest thing that you and your staff did to help change the culture from losing to winning at Liberty?
You know, this is what I say. The biggest thing you ever everybody heard the statement of the Jimmy and Joe's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the Jimmy and Joe's. That's what it's
Right.
about. Yep. And so
So
you know, we did a lot within our program. The coaches, look, it's not so much of me, man. I have some awesome coaches. You know, we have a full staff, awesome coaches. So I mean, them guys they get in the gym 5:30 in the morning. You know, we have coaches stay here as late as 9 or 10 o'clock at night. You know, training guys, and so it was just you know, they say you know you just gotta work. You know, if you work, you develop the kids, you know, they'll get better. Right now in our program, we have like 5 or 6, I want to say 6 guys that didn't play middle school basketball. So,
wow.
uh, you know, them guys they just work, you know. So
That's tough, coach.
hmm
In the process of this, Monday night, you guys get an always tough and always well coached Madison Prep Chargers team. You get a 5-point win, I think it was 5-point win, and then you come back with a team that's been tested by fire in Port Allen. And man, I don't remember what the score was, but you guys dominated all 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, transition. At one point, it was as much as a 17, 19-point lead in the middle quarters. What'd you tell you guys before the game?
uh, you know, so against Port Allen, you know, that was a tough game coming off the Monday night game. You know, playing two good opponents back to back like that. So the Madison Prep game was real intense, real, you know, it was an electric atmosphere. It was real, you know, competitive. And so coming back the next night playing Port Allen, you know, my guys they, you know, tired or, you know, kind of sluggish. We started off real slow. We got, you know, going throughout the game, but you know, it was real tough for those guys to come back and play the next night after such a big emotional game like what we had on Monday.
I got a couple of notes about the game, man, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
Uh, you guys shot 19 for 21 from the free throw line. That's a total of 90.5% free throw shooting average. Sophomore guard Howard Gaskins. I said this earlier when I started showing highlights. I didn't know that you were about to be in the studio at that time, but Howard Gaskins 34 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Senior guard Cameron Newman, 12 points, 4 assists. Senior guard Jacob Wilson, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. Jacob, every night he's not stat padding, but he's putting numbers in every box that stats are kept statistically on the stat sheet. What has it been like seeing the process and developmental growth of Jacob? And again, you got guys like Howard, who this was really my first time seeing you guys play this season. But if he comes out, Howard Gaskins, if he comes out and plays the way he played for 32 minutes last night, that has to be a great thing to watch, as a coach, and it's a product that you've helped assembled. What's it been like to watch those two kids play?
It's been awesome. Jacob, of course, he's been here from the beginning to now, and so Jacob, he's a true basketball kid, loves basketball,
Yes.
And so it was just only a matter of time. He's always had the skill set and everything, and so now as a senior, 6'5", 210 pounds, and look, some people say some guys are 6'5" and they may be 6'2 and a half, 6'3".
Right.
He's every bit of 6'5", so he's a legit player. The motor has picked up this year, and so he's just playing at a higher level. And so when you have your senior guard playing like that, it raises the level of play of your other players. And so those guys are feeding off him. They're getting better. I'm watching them grow up as the season go. We have a lot of young, talented guys, and so it's a good thing whenever you could have those young guys step in and make some big plays. My sophomore crew, and of course my freshman and sophomore crew, I like those guys a lot. So they get in and they play their roles, and because roles change from year to year, and
Right.
so of course all of those guys that have bigger roles as their career continues throughout their journey here at Liberty.
I know the one thing that really keeps impressing me about Jacob is when he was a young kid, everybody always talked about, oh, he's not tough enough, or he can't do this, or he can't do that. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm always straight up forward, straight honest about these things. Don't be kissing his ass now. I know I'm probably not supposed to say that, but I hate to see when guys don't allow kids to develop and grow into their natural selves, because sometimes that's a process as well. And we don't know what internal peer pressures kids go through on a daily basis. But whatever it was, Jacob Wilson, he has it now. And I hope that coaches are beating his door down in a major way. Did you ever imagine that this team could be this good, having a 15-3 start to this season, Coach?
Yeah, because I know the type of work these guys put in. In order to have a successful basketball program, it's nowadays it is really year round, nonstop. And so these guys,
Right.
they put a lot into it. And the thing is, they parents, the parents are there to support the kids, so
Right.
it works hand in hand. And so we have, like I said, we have awesome support from the parents. The kids have brought in, and you have some amazing coaches that we have over here that's making everything happen. So yep, I felt that we could, this was a year that could be pretty good for us.
One more thing, Coach, and this is always an impressive situation I think that's the right word. To be noted as one of the best defensive teams in the country. Talking pregame before the game last night against Port Allen, you said your team hangs their hat on defense. You guys are ranked number 7th in the country in taking defensive charges. How does that make you feel as a head coach?
Look, it makes me feel good, you know, because if you know anything about kids, man, it's hard to get kids to take charges.
Right,
You know,
right.
I mean that's hard. You getting a kid to take a charge, and so they may take one here and there, but when you have guys taking 4 and 5 charges in a game, back to back to back, that's something. And so it's about being mentally tough. You have to be
Right.
mentally tough in order to do that. And so that's why I'm proud of our guys, because we ask a lot of them, but they're delivering. So
Right, right. Let's talk a little bit real quick about your district, Liberty Magnet, Plaquemine, St. Michael, a couple other teams that I just can't remember. I should remember. Seeing that last night, man, I almost broke out into tears last night. I passed by your trophy case, and this will forever mean so much to me. And I saw the Off the Bench Sports District Championship trophy and you guys' trophy case. And that's a really special feeling to have your brand in someone's trophy case. Talk to us about district and what you guys can expect. And when you're at the top of the food chain, everybody always gives their very best versus you. What are you guys looking for?
yeah, so we've in our district the last 2 years we've been fortunate to come out on top, and so this year we're playing one round of district play, no district tournament. So whoever has the best record after that one round is the district champ. And so of course we just going out there and we just go battle. We got some good teams in our district. Of course Plaquemine, St. Michael. And so we know those guys are gonna come with it. You also have some real scrappy teams such as Tara and Broadmoor and Struma. So all those guys play real hard, So it's one of those things where you can't take a night off
Right.
and risk upset.
Right. I talked about a Struma on yesterday, man. It was a time when you did not want to face the Struma Indians. They were gonna come and bring it and leave it all out on the court. And whether they won or lost, you knew you were gonna be in a hard fought battle. And for me personally, I can't wait to see a Struma get back to those winning ways because it's a good thing to see those kids win like that. What do you guys have to do to come away with the district crown again? And again, you're one of those coaches that I've known for a long time. We've had plenty of conversations. What do you guys have to do to come away with the district crown again?
You know what? It won't be easy, but we just have to execute really. The biggest thing is execution. Games, all games are not the same. Of course you strategize, and so I just think that we just have to really bunker down once district play rolls around and be ready to roll. Because I always say what you do in the preseason don't matter. It's all about the second half of the season. And so like I say, I know the district will be tough. So
I got one more thing I probably want to talk to you about, Coach, and I'm gonna let you get out of here. But I know this may be a little touchy personal situation. You're a state championship minded coach. The last couple of years that I can remember, St. Louis Catholic has kind of been a thorn or a buffer in your side. How much growth do you think you guys have had that this may be the year that you overcome and finally are able to hoist the state tournament trophy in the air?
You know what? I always say, man, you just take it day by day, game by game. You know, uh, you know, of course, a lot of people, like to put different expectations onto you, and so I tell our guys, it's day by day. We not gonna let nobody put any expectations on us. We just go
Right,
continue to try and get better. We can't take anyone for granted, and so
right. That's for
that's
sure.
yeah. And so we just playing it day by day. We know what our mission is, and so yeah, we just day by day.
Man, it's always great to chop it up with you, coach. It's always great.
Man,
You're
much love this way. I appreciate everything. So
you're welcome to come back. Anytime. I told Jacob last night after the game. Uh, I got to get a conversation in with him, man. I need to figure out how we can get it set up to where Jacob shows his maturity and growth, not just on the court as a young man. Like you said, watching him over the last 4 years. I've been watching Jacob play since fifth grade when he was a member of Team Garrett Temple. He's always been that guy, and people were, oh, he's only doing this because of this and this, and his skill set was always there. Sometimes kids just have to grow into themselves, and Jacob is definitely, in my opinion, he should be a top candidate for Gatorade Player of the Year.
yeah.
If he's not in the voters top 3, top 4 for Gatorade Player of the Year, then we need new people to vote on Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yeah, you know what? He's on. I'm the coach, so I could probably be a little biased, man. But I definitely think he's putting himself in that conversation.
Oh no, he's definitely
Top three
there.
for sure. And so
He's definitely there.
I just think it's a it's Louisiana, right? You have North Louisiana, South Louisiana. So a lot of times teams don't all, I guess sports writers don't always get to see guys throughout the state. And so I just think he's one of those guys that, if you haven't seen him, you should make plans to see him because he's a really good player. And like you say, the maturity, who he was last year, the year before is totally different from who he is today.
Right.
And so I've seen the growth, and so I'm happy for him because he's having a really good senior season.
Hey, I'm gonna be a little messy and a little petty right now. You just said that media guys across the state that whose name isn't Robin Fambrough and haven't just directly laid their eyes on Jacob a couple of times. We're gonna challenge you guys to get off the bench and into the game. You mainstream media guys may need to follow Off the Bench Sports a little more and see what you're missing in seeing kids across the state. Yes, I said it. Somebody get that clip for me. But no, thanks, Coach Brandon White, Liberty Patriots boys basketball head coach, man. Again, always a pleasure to chop it up with you. You're a non-traditional coach coaching a traditional sport. And the way you do it, it really works. You were one of the first coaches that I ever saw that implemented yoga into high school sports and a couple of other things that you're not used to high school kids doing. And so for that,
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just about giving the kids those experiences,
right.
You just want to prepare them for where they're trying to go, and so that's the biggest thing, just the preparation. You give them what they need to be successful and reach their dreams and their goals. So that's the key.
Right. I want to give you another kudos shout out too, man. And because of that, it's a testament to the strength and conditioning. Like again, I follow Liberty Magnet Lee for a long time. Again, I've been involved in high school youth athletics for 25 years now. And you're one of the first coaches as well to bring an independent personal trainer into your program, and you see that the results of that in the kids' bodies. Kids are bigger, stronger, faster, which is what you have to do every year to be better in the game. So again, kudos to you and your coaching staff. And then I'd be remiss. I don't want to see this guy again and didn't give him a shout out. Shout out to my guy Tyrus Thomas. You're one of the only high school coaches probably in the world that has a former NBA player as an assistant coach, and he's really happy and really comfortable in his role. You know, he probably could be anywhere he wants to be, but he chooses to be there with you. And watching him last night pregame, he still got a little jump shot on him, man.
Yeah. OT, yeah. Look, we get in here. So all my coaches, they played some, a form of basketball at, whether it's highest level across seas, collegiate. And so we have a lot of challenges in the gym. Yeah. especially with the guys, we always mess with our players. None of them could beat us. So
whoa. Nobody beating y'all?
Nah, we ain't losing to no players around here.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to come over there and show y'all this shot wet like water, man.
Yeah, come on,
ask Brad Boyd, ask Jason Hersler, ask Casey Jones, ask Jeremy Madison. Hey, I be giving it to dudes, man.
Yeah, well,
come show y'all what it is, man.
Come on by,
show y'all the old guy. It take me a couple of shots to get going now. You know, the old shoulder don't throw a lot of balls at the basket, man.
Yeah.
But, I'm gonna have to come over there and get a little bit of that challenge, man. Oh, you know who else you can ask? Ask the guy that's the assistant coach at LSU. When he first came home from overseas playing, he was coaching with Tyrus McGee. Y'all know who his name is, Tasman Mitchell. I gave it to Tasman Jim in the old hangar in Denham Springs. Man, but I was a lot younger then, man.
Yeah.
But you know what it is. I'm that guy, wet like water. But let me let you go, Coach. I can talk to you all day, man. You know that.
Yep.
Hey, Brandon White. Go ahead, Coach.
No, I was about to say, okay, well, man, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man, I talk too much, man. My 7-Eleven never closed. I talk in my sleep, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to record that for you. Brandon White, Liberty Magnet Patriots. We'll be back in a moment. All right, we're back. I want to try to get y'all a couple of more. I want to try to get y'all equal highlights from the Liberty Magnet Port Allen game. Inside mid-range, official. Mid-range game official. Jalen Knox equals 32 minutes of play. I'm not going to say that. Inside Knox, mid-range, official. I'm not going to say that Jalen hasn't had a phenomenal season. Jalen was one of those guys that I thought would be head over heels as one of the top guys in the running for Gatorade Player of the Year. His name, in my opinion, is still on that list. But as Coach White said, in reference to his own guy, sometimes kids' roles change within a season, and now his role, Jalen's role, I believe, has changed more from a guy that just needs to put the ball on the floor and go get his. But if he does that, who's going to protect the younger guys? So I think Jalen role changed from a standpoint of him having to be the leader for his ball club. And he's the guy that has to now, in clutch moments, he puts the ball in his hands and he gets other guys shots as well. So let's check out a couple of more highlights, man, from last night's game. This one right here, inside. Jordan Brooks gets an easy basket. That traditional press break. You shouldn't dribble for a press. The best way is to pass and then pass ahead, and you got something. So let's see if we got one more clip loaded from last night's Port Allen Liberty Magnet game. Try to get y'all one more real quick, man. It was so many. It was so many. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can get this one for y'all, man. This one right here was really good, man. I'm a big Jalen Knox fan, so. Now
gets Liberty on the board. Inside to Jalen Knox.
But I thought this was
Knox
really
all the way. Oh!
Big block on the play by Henry. And Jalen had a step on him. But Henry went got
gets Liberty on the board. Inside to Jalen Knox. Knox all the way. Oh!
Henry went and got money on that play last night. Put it right against the square. What else can you ask for from a defensive manner and a defensive standpoint? You know, again, congrats to Liberty Magnet. They're playing phenomenally well. Early 15-3 record on the season. They played, you know, they got quality wins again against J. Sierra, Bishop O'Dowd, Crossroads, big win Monday night versus Madison Prep. Big win last night versus Port Allen. And of course, they are the East Baton Rouge Parish champions with a big win over the Standard, not just in 5A or in EBR, but Scotlandville has been the standard across the state. That's who a lot of coaches want to trend their teams like Carlos Sample and the Scotlandville Hornets. So again, Liberty Magnet got a lot of big quality wins this year, and that's why they are where they are. Boys basketball, let's go to some scores, news, and notes. No score from the I think this Class C. So we're gonna start here. Let me get a better view of this. Atlanta beats Harrisonburg last night 54-53. That game was at Harrisonburg. Big win for Atlanta by 1. Calvin away versus Quitman gets a win 79-60. Claiborne Christian Shudrin, that game was at home for Claiborne Central. Shudrin gets a big win 70-49. Ebarb Evans, Ebarb at home gets a 72-68 win over Evans. Epps Delhi Charter, no score. Evans, nope, not that one. First Baptist Marpaw goes on the road. At home gets a 60-37 win over First Baptist Christian. Hicks Hornbeck. Hicks is the home team, 59-42, 17-point win. Wow, great win for Hicks over Hornbeck. No score for Jehovah Jireh Livonia. Oh, repping that Livonia today. Shout out to my guy. He's a UNC Tar Heel fan. Shout out to my other guy. Both coaches last night, Jehovah Jireh as well as Livonia. They're Tar Heel fans like myself. We rep them heels. Heel ya. Hey, so next up, Kilbourne Forest. Home game for Kilbourne, 70-53 win over Forest. Phoenix, Chalmette. Phoenix gets a win at home, 77-70 over Chalmette. St. Joe Placerville gets a win at home over Oberlin, 79-61. St. Joe Placerville makes easy work of Oberlin. Moving on to Class B. No score for Anacoco versus Elizabeth. Bell City Midland. Bell City goes on the road, takes one on the chin, 78-55. Claiborne Christian at home versus Shudrin. Shudrin gets a 70-49 win. Christ Episcopal School gets a win at home over Ecole Classique, 70-26. Everybody played on that one. That's probably one of them games. I remember when I was a youth football coach, man, coaching C-team football. Coach Leonard Wild would always tell the kids, man, he was a head coach. He would always say on Thursday at the last practice, you'd always tell the little kids, tell your grandma and them now, come on out and bring the camera this week. You're going to get to play this week. He said, you're going to get to play this week. Everybody bring all your family and your relatives and your cameras and your camcorders, because this right here going to be one for the records. So I'm sure that may be the discussion coach gave his team last night when they played Ecole Classic. Just a little humor, man. Y'all don't take it too personal. Y'all have a little fun at this thing. Episcopal of Acadiana, Lacassine. Episcopal Acadiana, the home team, takes 10-point loss, 64-54 to Lacassine. Couple of more for you. Jez Clark goes at home versus Hathaway, 71-44 win. Holden takes an L to Ben Franklin, 49-41. Bell City Midland, home game for Midland. They get a 78-55 win.
Pope John Paul II, 60. Mount Hermon, 25. Clark, East Bow, 56. Clark. I'm sorry, Oak Hill. Where I get Clark from? Wow. 25. Quitman, 79. Calvin. Yep, that's wrong too. Calvin, 79. Quitman, 50. I'm just screwing it all up right now. Saline Western. Saline gets a win over Western at home, 51-40. No score on Simsboro Neville. Singer, 53. Grand Lake, 58. It was a home game for Singer. Stanley, Florian, no score. Weston Saline, 51-40. I think I gave you that one already. Zawali Converse. Zawali almost doubles the score on Converse on the road, 84-43. In the big boys action, 5A boys basketball. Home game for Acadiana versus Karen Crow. Acadiana gets a 58-46 win over Karen Crow. I'm looking for some of y'all. Airline gets a big win on the road versus Parkway, 57-48. Trayvon Jacobs, 16 points. AJ Coleman, 13 points. Cameron Walker, 11 points. Airline, 86 overall, 2-1 in district. And that was without one of their primary scorers, Oakley. Oakley was out last night. Yep, Oakley was out last night. So, again, I talked about this on Saturday. Coach Hamilton is really doing great things over there at Airline. You kind of see shades and remnants of his Southwood team, the growth and development of those kids' mindset and IQ as to where they're getting better. West Monroe, back-to-back wins. They defeat Ash at home, 53-40. Archbishop Rommel, Holy Cross, home game for Rommel, along with a loss. 43-35, Holy Cross. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Kirkwood, head coach of Holy Cross. Archbishop Shaw Jesuit, 61-59 win at home for Shaw. Benton, Natchez Central. Benton goes on the road, 60-39 loss for Benton. Bonneville East Jeff. Bonneville at home gets a 10-point win over East Jeff. That was district play as well. Brother Martin, St. Aug, 53-47 loss for Brother Martin on the road. C.E. Bird, Captain Shreve, as a away game for C.E. Bird, 63-30. Catholic High Baton Rouge versus Donaldsonville last night. Probably the last non-district game for Catholic Baton Rouge, who's in District 5A. I think they start district play this Friday night. 64-57 win for Catholic Baton Rouge. Central Lafourche, Destrehan, 70-27 win for Destrehan. Chalmette Phoenix, 77-70 win for Phoenix at home. St. Paul Covington, man, yesterday Coach Derek Jones and myself talked about St. Paul. He said they're, in his opinion, they're one of the best teams in Division I. And when you hang 91 on a team, that means you can score the ball. Covington is never a slop. They always have really good athletes. East Ascension Northside. East Ascension goes on the road. Northside gets a 65-62 win over EA. Big win on the road at home for Northside. They're trying to put some stuff together there at Northside, loaded with talent for Coach Jason Herbstler. Big quality win last night. Last night they got my guy back. He donned that 23 again, man. Really, really great to see him back on the court for Northside. East St. John, HLB, East St. John, 83-61 winner on the road over HL Bourgeois. Fountain Blue North Shore. Fountain Blue is the road team. They get a 64-67 loss. Grace King Bell Chase. Grace King takes the 84-58 loss. Huntsville gets a win on the road versus Thibodaux, 59-41. Hammond Slidell is your winner, 66-58. Houghton Southwood last night. Southwood gets a 53-35 win over Houghton. District 1-5A matchup. John Eric, JFK. Shout out to Coach Bird Antoine. Gets a big home win, 80-63. Lafayette High Oda, 70-38. Lafayette High win. Mandeville Ponchatoula, 59-45. No score on McKinley. Central Baton Rouge. Natchez Central Benton. I think we already got that one. Ouachita, West Ouachita, 66-25 for the University of Ouachita. Have to see if we can get Coach Jeremy Madison on here. I need to see when that game is too. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I think we're going to be maybe doing that game real soon. The Ouachita, I think it's maybe the Ouachita Pineville game, maybe. I don't remember. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all, man. Ruston Pineville. Ruston gets a 75-46 win. St. Amant pulls out a 59-47 home win over Tara. St. Aug gets a win over Brother Martin at home, 57-43. Covington Slidell Supper LaGrange, that is a 56-46 win. West Jeff Landry Walker, no score. And Zachary Eleanor McMain, that was one of the bigger games in the state last night. Zachary continues its winning ways in state. 57-56 win. Battle of the Champions game. Zachary, the 5A champion. Eleanor McMain, the 4A champion. I'm sure that was a really great game. I'm going to try to get y'all some highlights for that game for tomorrow. Coach McClinton, hit me up, my guy. Hit me up, my guy. Let me get a couple of them highlights, man. So, hey, I don't know if we're gonna do all of. Man, that was a lot of games in 5A last night. I think 4A is gonna be the same way. So we're gonna give you a few games in 4A. Assumption Patterson. Patterson gets 55-26 win at home over Assumption. Bastrop Sterlington 2-4A, 2-3A. Bastrop gets 5-point win over Sterlington. Belle Chase Grace King. Belle Chase goes on the road, gets an 84-58 win over Grace King. Ben Franklin Holden. Ben Franklin goes on the road, gets an 8-point win over Holden, 49-41. Another big game in the state. Yesterday, I talked about this game. It was a really important game in 4A as Huntington gets a big road win versus BTW Shreve, 70-53. Huntington always does a great job. Again, BTW Shreve is another one of those teams on the boys' side that hadn't endured a lot of winning. Coach Kenny Sykes is trying to change the mentality and competitive nature of who BTW Shreve is. I think he's done a phenomenal job of that in his last 2 years. But you guys know, if you know anything about Kenny Sykes basketball, he's a program changer. Everywhere he goes, he does work, and he gets his kids to follow suit. So, St. Martinville, Cecilia canceled, the Ritter Peabody canceled. Both of those are local rivalries. In the car, De La Salle. In the car, 53, De La Salle, 37. Lusher Charter Episcopal. Episcopal gets a 68-55 win over Lusher Charter. Minden Northwood Shreve. Northwood Shreve gets a 76-59 home win. LW Higgins, 50. New Orleans Military and Maritime, 54. That's a home game for Noma. Tioga Opelousas gets a big win at home, 52-22. Turlings Catholic, David Thibodeau, 10-point win for Turlings Catholic on the road. Excuse me there. And my sinuses are really bothering me this morning. Rain Abbeville canceled. Berwick Centerville. Centerville gets a big away win, 50-33. Jules Sumner, Bogalusa. Bogalusa with a big win on the road, 75-59. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. All right, we're back. Continue with boys basketball from the 3A division. Bogalusa, Jules Sumner. Bogalusa goes on the road and gets a win, 75-59. Bossier also goes on the road, gets a 50-point win over Northwestern, 83-33. Northeast goes on the road, man. Bruley continues its winning ways, 73-40 over Northeast. Buckeye Family Community, no score. Lake Charles College Prep, 56. Church Point, 39. St. Thomas More Crowley, 58-22 win for Coach Danny Broussard and his Cougars. Turlings Catholic gets a 10-point win over David Thibodeau, 67-57. Lola Prep, 50. Green Oaks, 48. Haynes Academy Fisher, home game for Haynes Academy. Also a win for Haynes Academy, 76-57. MLK, Metairie Park Country Day. Win for Metairie Park Country Day, 54-37. At home, Mamou Rose Pine, big win for Mamou, 93-74 over Rose Pine. $57.50 win for White Castle on the road at St. James. Union Parish Wiseman, 91-47 win for the Wiseman Wildcats. Like we got a forfeit for West Feliciana Catholic Point Capete, 2-0 win for West Feliciana. All right, on to 2-8. 82-52, a meet wins over Independence of Boyles. Holy Savior Menard, big win for Holy Savior Menard by 12 and 4 2A district plate. Boyles Public Charter gets a win, 30-27 over Bunkie. Dearborn Woods Beekman Charter, no score. Homer Christian versus Generette. Generette gets a win on the road, 64-33. Sam Houston gets a road win versus Lake Arthur, 42-35. Homer, Lakeview gets a win, 78-64. Rapides, 49. Manning, 47. That's a 2-point win for Rapides. Prince Settlement, North Lake Christian, a lot of points scored in this one. North Lake Christian will get the win, though, on the road, 97-91. Good money there. Red River, Calvary Baptist, no score. Sophie B. Wright, Sarah T. Reed, no score as well. Patrick Taylor, Science Tech, St. Charles, 10-point win for St. Charles at home, 38-28. Jonesboro Hodge and Winfield, no score, as well as Franklin, versus West St. Mary. And that's going to be 2A, fellas. 2A. (63-34). St. Frederick lost to Dare High. Dare High has a big game coming up this Saturday versus Northside. Should be everything that you want as a fan. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not repeating games. And that's gonna be it. I think that's everybody, man. I think that's everybody. So that is boys basketball. I think that at this point today we're gonna call it quits for today. Really great time with you guys. Time spent with you guys. Tomorrow we'll talk about girls basketball, and we're gonna do soccer tomorrow. So we'll see what else we can get on tap for you. Again, tomorrow, girls basketball, soccer rules, and we're gonna try to get some more highlights for you guys. And so, yeah, that's it, man. Thank you guys. Off the Bench Sports Prep News signing off. Remember, get off the bench, get into the game.